Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another Rabble Review live stream. I am Adjei, managing editor at Rabble Review, and we have a very fun show ahead for you all today. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your Sunday evening with us. I am joined by the Rabble Review editorial team. So first, let me introduce them. We have Jeremy Hurdis, our editor and production manager.
From Rabble Review North, can I say that?
Yes, absolutely. We also have our newest member, Valerie Vargas.
Hello, everyone.
And hopefully very soon we will have Angel Neri with us, but he is having technical troubles. So he is our editor-in-chief, and hopefully he'll be joining us soon. He was here, and then he wasn't, and then he was here again, and then he wasn't again, and then he was here again, and then he wasn't again. So hopefully all of that gets worked out, and then we can hear from him. But in the meantime, we have a show to put on. We have some readings from our contributors. We had a new issue of Rabble Review come out this past October 10th, almost exactly a month. I mean, it'll be a month tomorrow, but yeah, we put out our most recent issue, and it's filled with some really fantastic work. 12 of our contributors from this most recent issue sent in recordings of them reading their work, so you'll get to hear all of that in due time. After the readings, that should last maybe about an hour. I didn't actually time it out, so sorry. But after that, we will have a brief discussion about the making of the issue, then just kind of chat with each other about Rabble Review. And then after that, we'll kind of give you all a preview of what we're working on for issue 10, some plans that we have, and that'll be it. That'll do it. But we're just at the beginning. So yeah, before we begin, does anyone have any... Oh, Angel's here. Let's
Hi.
Angel. Angel,
Hi.
hello.
Say hi while you can.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Okay, we're just going down the while I'm here. The
I mean,
docs,
live,
right?
Angel. Yes, but also it's on you, like, to say hello.
Oh, right now we're live?
Yes,
Oh,
we are
Jesus.
definitely live.
Hello.
We're extremely live.
I thought I still had 5 minutes. Oof.
Oh no. We are very much
Well,
started.
hello. I'm having technical issues with my connection, so
Yes.
I might pop in and out, but
Yes.
I'm here and
Yes.
happy that everybody's here.
Yes, there's also an echo on your mic, but one problem at a time. One problem at a time. Yeah, I
This
guess
didn't happen on Wednesday.
It did not happen on Wednesday. We did it, folks. Believe me, we did a dry run. Everything was perfect. Audio was great.
We're not amateurs.
Yes, but it's all right. That's part of the Rabble Review charm. Okay, that's why you come here. You come for the echo. You come for the Wi-Fi drops. You come for the network instability. That's why you're
I've
here.
heard that Angel actually just sounds like that.
Angel might actually just sound like that, and he's gone. Well, Angel will hopefully be back in time to introduce his reader. But for now, we will get started with the readings. So, no particular order. Actually, it's like a sort of alphabetical order, except for the last two, which got switched because I forgot one of them in the doc I was making. So, it's almost alphabetical order. It's nearly alphabetical order. But we are going to start with Ashhar. So Ashhar is going to be reading his poem Amalgamation. Fun fact. Oh my god, did I just close my doc? Nope, it's just gone. Okay, never mind. It's back. Fun facts. We published 2 poems in this issue called Amalgamation. So that was not a mistake. We did not accidentally type the same title twice. We have 2 excellent poems. This one is by Ashhar, and we hope you enjoy.
Hello to everyone there. I am Ashhar, and I am going to read my poem, Amalgamation. Beneath the far horizon, there is a ground, beyond propaganda and prejudice, between rain and sunshine, where we assemble under the sky of art. The rainbow portrays 7 different shades. The sky knows all shades must come together to make world a splendid landscape. Thank you.
All right, that was Ashhar reading his excellent poem Amalgamation. You can read that in Rabble Review 9. So up next, Jer is going to tell us about our next reader. Oh, Jer, you're muted.
Always something, eh?
Yep.
Up next, we'll have 2 poems read by Brian Christopher Giddens from Seattle. Brian, if you can say hi to your dog Jasper for us, that'd be great. We'd all appreciate it. Let's go.
Don't take that call. They say our phones can hear us, even read our thoughts. It must be true. How else do those ads pop up, reflecting our wants, our wishes? As if someone is in the next room, the back seat of the car, sneaking into our dreams. How can we keep secrets forged to our phones? Should we wrap our devices in tinfoil to avoid transmitting private thoughts? Just as we place our palms gently against a child's ears, protecting them from adult conversation. Will Apple make a fancy foil case, sell it at a premium price, and promise not to listen? Maybe instead they up their game. The phone's evolving to sense my loneliness, track your betrayal, hear our shouting, our screaming, our sad, suffocating sobs. Pop-ups will appear, offering solace, sweet words of comfort. And perhaps my phone will suggest I leave you, followed by ads for top-rated facial tissues, 1-bedroom apartments, and single-serve microwave dinners. King of the Mountain. Another day of toil, and the spoils have yet to trickle down. Anyone can prosper, says the American dream. Grab hold of the golden ladder. Place your calloused foot upon the rung. Climb, climb to the very heights of riches and glory, the tip-top of the pyramid scheme. Don't look down at the bodies struggling below. Avert your eyes from those who lose hold or whose feet, wet with sweat, slip a rung, falling away from you as you climb, climb to the very top where you deserve to be, King of the Mountain.
All right, that was Brian Christopher Giddens reading his poems Don't Take That Call and King of the Mountain. Thank you so much to Brian Christopher Giddens. All right, up next, Valerie is going to introduce our next reader.
Up next, we have Claude Clayton Smith, who is a descendant of the founders of Hartford, Connecticut, reading RANT, Sonnet for a Capitalist Society.
Hello, my name is Claude Clayton Smith, and this is my poem, Rant, Sonnet for a Capitalist Society. They call us Homo sapiens, but we are no such thing. Homo consumo is what we are. Dumb dogs that chase our tails with glee and gladly sniff the rank capitalist butt that shits in the face that licks it, absolves itself of sin, and crassly fouls America's soul. Got that? Harsh words, I know, knocked from my shelf without rosé to soften. Life was whole in early years on planet Earth, when all survival meant was food and shelter, not an endless, senseless cycle of corporate gall. Now comes a new human sort, Homo rot, the economic life that fails to share will never cure the ills that it lays bare. Thank you. Please check out my website, claudeclaytonsmith.wordpress.com, for contact information and news on my latest book, Quarter Acre of Heartache. Thank you.
All right, that was Claude Clayton Smith reading his poem Rant, Sonnet for a Capitalist Society. So another great one. I'll have a few things to say about that one later. So Angel's not here, so I'll introduce his poems because he was going to introduce them. So up next we have Haley Edwards. She is reading her poems July 21st, 1992, Kayak, issue 27, 1971, and says Tina. She sent in some wonderful poems. We're happy to publish them. So yeah, we hope you enjoy Haley Edwards.
Says Tina, puffing half a laugh, someday I'll be a lawyer. Wonders loudly would I be brought back if kidnapped. Methods sway, debate, or brother make. In any case, do I ever shut up? Inexhaustible, she would have called me if she kept vocabulary stuffed in dusty corner places. Like her stacks of stuff unwasted, placement crucial, trash to treasure, Tina's law of immortality. Keep on keeping, she forgets the rest. Holy background scene, astringent constant, hold it up on shelves, only variables, my brothers and I. She lost us days on end. Brother Ben, she told me, lost himself inside the dumpster, placed a rotten plank against the side, hoisted himself up with his mysteriously speckled back, and over before the law was called. She had never been our keeper, never signed that line which might have kept us on collateral. She had no brothers of her own to underbus to God, nor any under law, so we would do. I had two. And home was just that fluid place to where so young I learned to rock us back. Love and rule was only ever bluff, and giving up the game the only way to win. Besides, what is up atop the tower where the top cream keep their treasures, worth the climb on rungs across our backs? Nothing there we cannot dig from dirt. No brothers to us there who rose to sit that lofty place by scaling ladders built with lease and law. We cannot trust their ways, their laws which chafe but do not balm. Take up the rope and pull. We have no place except the soul and mind to keep our treasures. Brotherhood and grace and saving face. Lean back your weight, says Tina. Learn their laws, but not for keeping. Desperate times and measures are a feedback loop of brothers, placing heels on brothers, stepping ever up. July 21st, 1992. I was born from amniotic sac of coffee black and USA gold menthol cough, the push that finally choked me out. My mother said I turned her whole face purple. I was born angry, weeping and gnashing. Doctor called it colic. I only slept atop the basement dryer, damp, strapped and left to shake alone into a darkness. My mother always laughed. One time she flew right off. Concrete clatter, car seat cracked like a bad seed. I was born open down the middle, early to the bloom of bust and blood. I cried. My mother's tired spine replied some words I don't remember, only green shirt, kitchen sink, potato skins and gouged out eyes. Cook 'em quick once they start to sprout. I was born peeled, primed with salt to soften in the stew, but I was mostly pit. Inexhaustible and unshut-upable, inevitable as a sweet gum through the stone. Kayak, issue 27, 1971. My God, look at the names in here. Charles Simic paints for me in typeletter ink gone green and urgent typos, Chicago, a city I have never visited, full of people I know like my own heart. And Dobbins, the first poet to ever make me bawl slobbery in public. I was 19 and the visiting professor of my summer workshop was embarrassed, but I was not. Here he has come to me again in his own young days, perhaps weeping to some other older crier's tune, him in these illuminated pages only just leaving that smiling Dixieland band in dust, only just catching in the wake of Immaculata. They are talking of war, of fear, of rage in their bodies like twisted wires, and I am knotted and bent just the same. Half a century has not smoothed any of our crags, and yet other changes speed like white water, like photons in a tube. And Harmon, who needed not 1 comma amen to cry out a nation's scorn, that evangelical scorn, a familiar scorn still. My God, where are our Vietnam poets? My God, when will we fight? And yes, my fingertips do love each other, Mr. Bly, and I don't have to ask how you knew. I am arriving from my nebulous somewhere, from my unspellable place, here to where Carver first thought of empire in public, and we are still cracking egg after egg, endless.
Hey, thank you to Haley Edwards for that excellent reading. Those were... Oh shit, I just closed it. Those were July 21st, 1992, Kayak, issue 27, 1971, and Says Tina. So up next, we're going to keep moving. We have Jeffree Morel, and he'll be reading Secondhand Torture, Migrants in Guantanamo. So, enjoy.
Hello, my name is Jeffree Morel. I'm a creative writer and poet, and I'm going to be reading a poem of mine that's published in this issue of Rabble Review. It's called Secondhand Torture / Migrants in Guantanamo. I won't give too much backstory on what it's about, let it speak for itself. Before I start reading, I will say that if you enjoy my writing, you can find more of it by looking me up on Facebook or Instagram at Jeffree Morel, J-E-F free as in freedom, Morel like the mushroom. You can also follow me on Substack, where I have a blog called Foraging for More that will send out a poem a week along with some musings and announcements of educational opportunities I'm offering around like permaculture, wild foods, wellness, and writing. Now, I'll just get into the poem, Secondhand Torture / Migrants in Guantanamo. It is torture, knowing others are being tortured, though I cannot compare my suffering to theirs, nor can I separate it. For though I may be far flung across the world by advantages as incidental as their adversities, whenever I feel the pains of mundane melodramas or leisure activity injuries, I am haunted by awareness of how much worse it could be. But not could be, is, for so many possessing a nervous system like mine, belonging to the same nervous system much larger, no matter where they fall along the intersectional dividing lines of nation, corporation, color, class, creed, sexuality, gender, or immigration status. Like cells of a shoulder with a hand at the end of each arm, stabbed clean through tendons to pin on a green velvet gaming table, the signals from the receiving nerve endings flash back and forth as the panicked words pass down again and again. Get out, pull away if you can. Each twist does not come in isolation, but cuts deeper into flesh already infected over, so the blood spreads and the shock seeks to protect. Are we helpless to help, or does compassion still carve its path down these atrophied channels? Whatever the torturers want of them, this is what they want of us, to become bystanders, consciously cut off from the affected limb for an ever-narrowing form of self-preservation. The more we disown, the smaller we become. Following the source of the violence, I find another limb of the body to which I belong, and adjust tactics to address the cause, a case of split personality run rampant. One hand mutilates the other, hoping to secure a state of advantage already lost, by imprisoning those they wouldn't wish to share oxygen with. In the process, they impoverish all of us, not from having, but from feeling. Feeling fully connected, fully ourselves, instead of preoccupied by the agony of so many else. This torture may be committed in our names, but they are names I no longer recognize. Names like Christ, America, or swastika, taken out of their tender original context and sharpened on silver tongues into weapons of conquest. But the ghosts of wholeness they first promised still linger, sinking into these doomed genetic ladders as we conspire to take back the hand, withdraw the dagger, wait for the blood to fertilize, the cells to recycle, the system to heal, so as a whole again we can clap our opposing parts and do our parts to feel. Nothing will undo the damage. Everyone will hurt to learn from it, especially those who consented, even by inaction, to inflict it. Thank you.
Thank you to Jeffree Morel. That was his poem Secondhand Torture, Migrants in Guantanamo. Jeffree was in a past issue, which I did not write down, but he was in, I think it was 6 or 5. One of those.
It's been maybe like twice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it was also in 7. Yeah. Very happy to have him back with another great poem. All right, up next, Jer is going to tell us who we'll be hearing from now.
Next up will be Kara Dorris with the poem Close But No Plushie. And if you're a student from the Illinois College, yes, it is that Kara Dorris, the writing teacher.
Close But No Plushie by Kara Dorris. Once upon a time at a carnival, a suitor won a riding-sized stuffed unicorn. On the bus ride home, like a prophecy, it sat soft and stiff on a ripped pleather seat next to you. That boy sat somewhere else, but kept trying to kiss you into his saliva web, and you didn't know how to say no, so you ended up engaged. No one taught you how to let your hair or a boy down gently. Always a coiled tug and toothy yank. That not no, that implied yes, a knife blade. Once upon a time, success, winning that stuffed animal, was rigged. The mirage of rom-coms and dreams. Something to hug when an object of waning affection got left. So much money spent. One might as well walk into a toy store, avoid near misses, ball after ball of close but no cigar. Like back when traveling carnivals handed out smokes and whiskey to cocky dart throwers. Today, we should say close but no stuffed animal, by which you mean participation trophies. Now you know, to Amazon Prime, your own goddamn emotional support plushie. Pull closer your own lips and refusal.
All right, thank you to Kara Dorris for that poem, Close But No Plushie. Yeah, we're delighted to publish that. All right, up next, Valerie's going to tell us about our next reader.
Kathleen Hellen is the author of The Only Country Was the Color of My Skin, Meet Me at the Bottom, and Umberto's Night. And tonight she'll be reading Alligator Juniper.
This is Kathleen Hellen reading for RABBLE Review. Alligator Juniper. They call you Muha of Chihuahuan, knife-tooth shade, scaled in plates and forests of saguaro. Along the border, near the desiccated beds of scattered bones, left by coral snakes and rattlers. You, trickster of rendition, your copper-colored berries flavor meat for birds of prey, scent the teddy blankets hung along barbed wire. No allegiance pledged to dead left flayed, that lime the deserts of migration.
Thank you to Kathleen Hellen for Alligator Juniper. That is in our newest issue. Fun fact about that one, you may have noticed there's some visuals. So when we accept the issues, I send out an email asking people to send readings in if they would like to participate. And she sent one in with some visuals. And so I was putting it together, the visuals, and I was like, I like them. So we used them. So thank you again for that excellent reading and for the visuals. All right, Angel, you're just in time. You are going to be introducing our next reader. Hopefully,
Let's go.
Yeah, hopefully you stick around before that cuts out. So, Angel, tell us all about who's next.
Okay, well, next is Lenore Weiss. She lives in Oakland, California, and is a member of the San Francisco Writers Grotto. She serves as the Associate Creative Nonfiction Editor for the Mud Season Review. Her novel Pulp into Paper was published last year, as was a new poetry collection called Video Game Pointers. Her poetry collections form a trilogy about love, loss, and being mortal. Cutting Down the Last Tree on Easter Island from West End Press, 2012. To Plathus from Kelsey Books, 2014, and The Golem, Hakodesh Word Press, 2017. Alexandra Quarterly Press published her prize-winning flash fiction chapbook, Holding On to the Fringes of Love. And here is Lenore reading Odysseus. I made it.
Odysseus by Lenore Weiss. Something about my being in darkness, in deep quiet, translucent petals of magnolia trees on the pavement, rotating like a planet troubled by gravity, shifting from one edge to the other, unable to put my finger on a bulb in a darkened closet, or step through a canyon covered in wildflowers without a leaf blower or chainsaw in sound sight. Who can sleep with a tennis racket? I tried. All night I tried. Did that mean I needed to place a pillow over my head, suffocate my own self-interest for the single purpose of a good night's sleep? Or better yet, purchase a pair of earplugs from the corner drugstore, the kind used for international travel? But there was no escaping a noise growing louder the farther I drove. Tied to my own high stakes, I realized this was no noise, but an alarm shattering the sky. I pulled over to the side of the road and waited for it to pass, all the while knowing in my dampened heart this was a second coming.
Okay, that was Lenore Weiss reading her excellent poem Odysseus that can be found in the new issue as alongside all the other readings you're hearing tonight. So yeah, we hope you're enjoying them. Up next, we are going to hear from Pulkita Anand. So before we get started, in California today, it is currently 85 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you who have Celsius, I don't know what that is, but I can tell you it's very hot, and it's uncharacteristically hot, which kind of goes with the theme of Pulkita's excellent poem, Survival in the Time of Crisis, and you're going to hear from her now. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, thank you RABBLE Review. This is Pulkita Anand. I'm going to share a poem of mine with you. The poem is entitled Survival in the Time of Climate Crisis. Climate crisis is a global threat and it's a serious threat to everyone. I hope you like this poem. Survival in the time of climate crisis. I know that if you think you can change the world, but the days are not the days like, the time is not the time like, the seasons are not the seasons like, the summer is not the summer. When I clean the streets, sweeping garbage and filled from one street to another, this has been killing me. It clogs, it lodges, and it spreads. In the sickening summer, with no respite from heat only, this plastic is evergreen. This plastic is evergreen in this cleaning Lord Scott cleaned. The shades, the trees, the breeze, the birds, the animals, the ponds, all are missing. Only the permanence of sweltering heat that sucks and saps everything, my youth, my babies, and my belonging. A dizziness, a drowsiness, a lethargic body with bleary eyes I somehow drag every morning. Bathe in sweat, splitting headache, burning body, the thought of losing life looms every time. I fainted 3 times, I don't know how long. Will I be able to survive in this thriving heat? That is the question.
Right, that was Pulkita Anand reading Survival in the Time of Climate Crisis. Another great one. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed that one. Jer is going to be introducing our next reader.
Yes, up next will be Rejoice SV, a publishing name, not her real name. She's a member of the DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, with the poem Wall in the Land of Giants.
Not poem, prose piece.
Oh, prose piece. You're right. Sorry.
All right.
I write under the pen name Rejoice SV. I'm going to read a prose piece about Palestine. It's called Wall in the Land of Giants. War changes boundaries. It's just the way it is. In those early days, we drank coffee and conversed for hours at an outdoor cafe. We didn't consider the wall that separated us from suffering, idle chatter, a rom-com at 7. Oblivious, we couldn't even say, I don't know how I feel. I don't know where I stand. No one mentioned the wall. We took it for granted. We didn't hear the boy behind the wall who said, it's not only the humans that suffer, but the animals too. So I feed this baby cat from a bottle the best I can. He is so tough. His claws pierce my skin as he suckles. He has no mother. I think she died when they bombed Al-Ahliya Hospital. I call him Tenacity. We didn't think of the girl behind the wall who carried a bird in a cage wherever she went through each evacuation. If I live, my bird lives with me. If I die, my bird will die too. And what do you call your bird? I call my bird Victorious. Composition and decomposition always face off. We settled a land devoid of population. We defended ourselves against those who were not here, did not exist, were not a real people. We dug up the olive trees they did not plant. We destroyed the cemeteries where they were not buried. Decomposition is our friend. Decomposition allows our story to flourish without challenge, as do the giants who assign the theme and the moral to the tale, and eat our children trembling in their hands for snacks. Those children grow up to be terrorists. They are taught to hate at birth. Maybe they are born hating. Terrorists have no rights. Here are our rights. The right to exist, the right to defend ourselves. Oh, who will take the measure? Who will sort the pronouns out? the our, the there, the we, the they. Do you believe blank has the right to blank? Do you condemn blank? Beneath the rubble, those bodies and body parts, unable to be collected or counted, fester. Death is more than a hole in the ground. Death is more than decomposition. I'm not plagiarizing Mary Oliver, only paraphrasing a line from her poem about a blue heron ascending in the air. Raffaello all'Arriere painted the image of the long tail of a kite dancing in a blue sky. Ascension, descension, descension. Someone planted white petunias by the wall. I know exactly how I feel. I know exactly where I stand. The stench of death doesn't fill my nostrils when I walk down the street, for I walk in the land of giants, protected by the wall. No one drops bombs on me, or starves me, or cuts off medicine, or electricity, or my fingers, or my toes, and yet they keep me up. I can't sleep, for the snoring giants mumble in their slumber. Wars change boundaries. That's just the way it is and always has been and always will be. Banish the population, clean up the mess, sweep away the rubble and the body parts. Compose a new story. Allow me to tell you and sell you my vision as one who knows the business of real estate inside and out. The beaches there are beautiful, and the beachfront property an asset to enrich any portfolio.
All right. Thank you to Rejoice SV for her piece Wall in the Land of Giants, one of our many excellent prose pieces that we accepted in the new issue of Rabble Review, which, by the way, I did not make mention. We have some QR codes. The one at the bottom will take you straight to the issue. So if you want to look at it right now, all you have to do is scan it, or you can go to our website, rabblereview.com/RR9. There are buttons there. You can press them and they'll do stuff. So, that's cool.
And it's a really nice website now.
Yes, we'll get to that, but the website is usable and it is not an eyesore. All right, up next, Valerie is going to tell us all about our next reader.
Up next, we have Shelley Ettinger, is an author of the novel Vera's Will, Lambda Literary Fellow, anti-racist, social justice, and Palestine solidarity activist, reading Luigi's Way.
Hi, I'm Shelley Ettinger, and I'm going to read my poem, which is about Luigi Mangione, the alleged assassin of the CEO of United Healthcare. The poem's title is Luigi's Way. Luigi is a lancet, a medicinal leech, a Lancelot astride his steed. He pricks the collective conscience. He removes the poison from circulation. He gallops, jousts, quests, unsaddles his dastardly adversary, then skedaddles to where, alas, some chump rats him out. Our six-packed, 3D printed gun-toting Adonis, our unlikely idol, he of the fancy education, easy life, he who arrived at unforeseen anger and became one with the rest of us poor schmucks, the ones the bosses bleed dry, starve, exploit, suck clean. They kill us. These preening execs who manage the apparatus to which we cogs are taught to pledge allegiance, although it's actually our utmost foe. These brutes, beholden only to those above, the ones who own it all, they wreck us, ruin everything, and all the while pretend their blood-soaked hands are clean. Careful now. Move cautiously. Don't say Luigi's way provides a guide. Don't laugh at how well he executed his plan. Don't make him a Merry Xmas meme or design CEO wanted posters, visual variations on a theme. Dungeons await if you do. And anyway, soul shooters can't make lasting change. Mass action can and will. Still, we'll remember Luigi when our class, this great, lumbering, globe-spanning, beautiful, heartbroken, unbroken beast, stands up, shakes off, breaks through, breaches what we're supposed to believe are unimpregnable walls, creating fissures, then cracks that bring the whole capitalist charnel house crumbling down. We will recall the lad who took a stand by taking a shot that started to show they can be brought low. Thank you.
Thank you to Shelley Ettinger for her excellent poem, Luigi's Way. You can read that in the new issue, alongside some other fantastic poems. All right, introducing our final reader of the night is Angel. So Angel, tell us about our final reader.
Okay, our last reader is Rich Murphy. He was born and raised in Lynn, Massachusetts, where as a child he often dwelt on the night sky, an experience that moved him to writing and later to becoming a writer. Murphy is a graduate of the Boston University Creative Writing Program, where he studied under George Starbuck and Derek Wolcott. The author of 15 collections of poetry and essays on poetics. He has taught at various colleges and universities in the Northeast, and he is currently a guest lecturer at Massachusetts College of Art and Design. Yes, so next is Rich Murphy reading The Concession Stand.
The Concession Stand. In the Gaslight Village amusement park, citizens career through lives. Work, meals, play, and especially sleep. Uninoculated simulation stimulation chalks up a viral virus via Wi-Fi. High-tech CEOs and the political team brighten up the screen in palms and in laps and keep lights on with seductive promises never met. Thumbs up emoji and gift to eyes. Paying for the flash spectacle, the cyber embracers who lost nature and now all things physical long for an owner, and so drowse with prescribed tablets that hum a happy tune, taking the edge off thinking hard and difficult news. Without thought for a lifetime, the giggling, sentient pumping station lumps without experience that exercises a whole body exists until fund funders say, "What's the use?"
All right. Thank you to Rich Murphy. That was his poem, The Concession Stand. And yeah, that will do it for our reading portion. So before we move on, let me just give a quick thank you to Ashhar with his poem Amalgamation, Brian Christopher Giddens for his poems Don't Take That Call and King of the Mountain, Claude Clayton Smith with his poem Rant, Sonnet for a Capitalist Society, Haley Edwards for her poems July 21st, 1992, Kayak issue 27, 1971, and Says Tina. Jeffree Morel for his poem Secondhand Torture, Migrants in Guantanamo, Dorris with her poem Close But No Plushie, Kathleen Hellen with her poem Alligator Juniper, Lenore Weiss with her poem Odysseus, Pulkita Anand with her poem Survival in the Time of Climate Crisis, Rejoice SV for her prose piece Wall in the Land of Giants, Shelley Ettinger with her poem Luigi's Way, and rounding out our excellent reader set, Rich Murphy with The Concession Stand. So let's give a big Rabble Review applause to all of our readers. Yay! We love poetry and writing. So,
Yay, words.
Words, sentences, punctuation. So much to say about all of those things, but we'll get to it because we are... Oh God, spam! I saw spam in Twitch. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry, everyone. Ignore him. I mean, you can't see him if you're watching this. If you're watching on Twitch, you can't see it, which I see it, but you can't. So I should probably just move on. Anyways, we put out a new issue, as I said up top. Rabble Review number 9. It came in just under the nick of time on October 10th. We said October 10th, and guess what? It was really hard to get that date, but we got there, and we put out a wonderful issue. This year we put out 2 issues. We put out Rabble Review number 8. We unfortunately couldn't get together to do a stream for that, but we were really happy to get that out. And then issue 9, which came out a month ago. But yeah, it's been a interesting year for Rabble Review. Last year we didn't put out anything. We closed our submission box, and then you guys didn't hear from us for a while. Just kind of disappeared, and I fielded a few emails that were like, "Are you guys still around?" Which we were. We were just in hibernation as we dealt with various family and personal stuff. Running a volunteer magazine is hard, as other literary magazines will be sure to tell you. It's not easy work, but it is delightful and rewarding work, and so we're happy to do it. We're happy to be back. We're back with a new website, which we'll show you in a little bit. I mean, it's been around since March, so you've probably already seen it, but if you haven't, I will show it to you again. And then obviously we're gonna walk through. Angel's gone. No, he was here for so long. It's okay, he'll be back. Isn't that funny? Like, you do tests, you do a million tests, and then day of, it's just like, what if I stopped working? What if everything just collapsed and broke, and that's just the way it's gonna be? Live streaming, folks. It's live. It's happening. But yeah, let me bring up the magazine. We could start to chit chat a little bit. So as I mentioned before, if you click, actually you can't click, it's a video, but if you scan the code at the bottom, you will be taken to Rabble Review 9. Now, if you've been with Rabble Review since before 9, then you would know that prior to that, the only way to download the issue was to download it. You needed to go to our Gumroad store, tell them that you did, well, if you wanted, how much you wanted to pay, and then it would download into your phone or computer or whatever. Now we found a service that displays our magazine really nicely. It's really easy to share and embed and do all these fun stuff. So now it's a lot easier for us to get the issue from us to your screens. And so yeah, I'm just gonna walk through it. Bloop. There it is. So yeah, here's the new issue. The cover is by Omar Lopez. His photograph was the cover art we used for issue number 7. And then we called upon him once more for issue number 9. It's very moody. I think it matches kind of the vibes I was hoping for, at least. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of go through it. You can see the color scheme. Also, there's new ways to give us money if you'd like to give us money. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so at the QR codes. There's also one QR code on the other screen that'll take you to our donation page if you would like to support us financially. If you have the finances to do so, we would appreciate it a lot. But anyways, this issue came together like we opened submissions. Angel's back. We opened submissions like right. I have to unmute because like whenever someone joins, I have to unmute so I can hear. But the stream will hear him, but it's really annoying that video.
I muted myself because my audio sucks, so I don't want to like react and then blow everybody's ears out.
No, this is something else. This is like a tech issue that I was dealing with when Jared joined.
Okay.
I thought my computer was broken, but it turns out that Video, which is like the service I'm using to bring the video feeds of my wonderful co-editors in, for whatever reason now it's muting the video when people join, but not muting it for the stream. It's muting it just for me, and so I can't hear unless I don't know what I'm talking about this. Anyways, the new issue is out.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it.
I think it's pretty good.
I also think I'm actually
very good.
I think it's quite good. If you haven't read it yet, you should. It's free. Unless you want to give us money, please give us money. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we opened up submissions end of like I think technically the end of March, like the last week of March, and then ran through April. So a few things were happening geopolitically. Here in the United States, where me, Angel, and Valerie live, there was a recent election. Actually, there wasn't a recent election. There was a recent inauguration. So some forces had taken power, and they were using it to various degrees of bad. And then so I feel like a lot of what we received, both what we took and did not take, was sort of responding to that moment. A lot of anxiety about fascism, a lot of anxiety about speech in general, and just like, I feel like when you're reading through the issue, you'll definitely get a sense of dread, is I guess the word. So henceforth our opening piece, we usually open like on a poem, but we decided Rothspath very accurately captured the mood that the issue would be reflecting. And yeah, it's just we got some really great visuals. Chaim Jones, who frequent RABBLE Review contributor, always happy to publish his visuals, came out swinging some really strong visuals that I feel like once again press on some of those anxieties. But yeah, as I kind of continue, if anyone else wants to jump in. Another Rob Burton.
Sorry, could you go back to? I forgot that I was muted. Could you go back to Sleep Well? I believe. Yeah, I was going just to ask you guys if you guys happen to see any photos from Chicago over Halloween, like with the children going trick or treating, and like with the National Guard and like Border Patrol and stuff, just kind of like walking alongside them, and it made me think so much of that image. A lot of these pieces like hit a lot differently, even like from when we first received them, and I imagine from when they were like first written, but they're still very prescient. Yes.
To add to that point, I was sort of, I'm gonna call myself out a little bit here. When we were reviewing the pieces, I was kind of like not really I was rolling my eyes a little bit at some of the submissions that were kind of really scared, and to the point where it was just like, oh my god, like I'm not gonna be able to write poetry soon. This like it's gonna be illegal. They're making a poetry illegal, and I was just like, okay, guys, like
comedy's legal now.
Yeah, comedy's legal, but poetry is illegal. And I was like, all right, come on, guys, like it's not gonna be that bad. And then flash forward, I was like, oh, actually, they were actually extremely right, and and like you would think I would have a better pulse of that, but it's just like how realistically how bad are things, and then it's like no, like fucking bad. Yeah, people in like army fatigues are like bashing windows in with their rifles and dragging people out, and there are people who are like seeing family members' cars just left in a parking lot. They're like, where did they go? I'm calling everywhere. Nobody's telling my family where. Nobody's telling me where this person went. Like, I haven't seen my mom. Like, she went to work and she didn't come home. And it's just like, oh, it's like things got really scary, and it got really scary really fast. And so.
Men in a Truck was one of those pieces I feel that initially felt a little bit, not a little bit hyperbolic, maybe even.
I know what you mean. Like,
it's a little like it's a very dark like scene, and stuff. But same thing. Like that's also one of the pieces that I feel like hits differently after this one made me think of the raid in on the apartment in Chicago where they got like helicopters and like dragged people and like zip tied children and stuff. That's what this piece reminded me of.
Yeah.
It got real bad, real dark scene.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, obviously we took the piece because we liked it, but like I remember like it really is like a dark piece, like in terms of just like where like just like a neighbor just watching the scene unfold, and now it's like that's literally reality. Like this is literally like someone like unmarked vans pulling up and dragging college students, or like some of whom like Mahmoud Khalil, like literal legal resident, and they just kidnapped him, and he'd missed the birth of his child, and they just shipped him off to Louisiana. And the lawyer's like, I can't get to him, and it's just crazy. And so like I think good writers, good artists, especially, definitely have their finger on that pulse, and so it's especially like it's just it's one of those things that you don't want to come true. Like you publish the issue months later, and it's just like it feels like a direct response, even though this was written months ago, maybe even longer than that. I don't know when they were written. Submitted in March through April when a lot of this stuff was even happening, and then by the time the issue's out, it's like all of this feels on the nose in a way that it did not feel when we read them initially.
Yeah. And so the issue reflects that.
The issue definitely reflects that.
I remember when we were putting it together, like because of how like harsh, I guess our present moment is, we kind of wanted to start the issue that way, and so we start with like some pretty heavy pieces, like Men in a Truck, like OG.
Well,
Sleep Well.
Sleep Tight. Sleep Tight was.
Sleep Tight. Yeah.
We started with that one image with like the forest on fire, right? Our world's on fire.
That was Rob Spath's Acres.
Yeah.
And then Sleep Tight was on page 3. Yeah. And then Men in a Truck.
Wanted Sleep Tight to be as early as possible to really punch that message in.
And then Badge from Rob Burton with some visuals. Rob Burton, another Rabble Review
friend of the mag,
submitting some pretty great visuals. This one pairs pretty nice. I mean, we didn't pair them, but it pairs. I mean, it's literally a Luigi's Way and then Badge. Like it's like 1-to-1. Like this is that scene where he arrived in New York and fucking Eric Adams, bald head, did a perp walk of him. Because you're not allowed to kill CEOs. I mean, you're not allowed to kill anyone technically, but yeah, you have some.
Unless you are a CEO.
Unless you are, yeah. Unless you are a CEO, in which case, who's gonna say anything? We had some good 2-pagers. Martina Uso with Laundrocracy. Some really cool visuals. Holy shit, so good.
I would like to learn more about these pieces, but just from the very brief note that we got along with that submission, I believe those pieces are painted using toothpicks. I may be
Reduces
wrong,
sound.
or I may be like misunderstanding the techniques that she specified in the
Submission
in the
form.
thing, but yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's a like at least like the paint is applied through toothpick. I think something about she learned or got that technique from her dad or something. There's something interesting with those paintings. They're excellent, but
They're excellent.
look into the technique.
There's Claude, Clayton Smith's. Another inside baseball moment. So whenever I see the word rant in a title, my initial response is, "Oh, I'm not gonna like this at all." And Claude Clayton Smith really surprised me with this. So we are a leftist journal. I didn't really talk about Angel's Gone Again. We didn't really talk about that up top, but we are a leftist journal, and so sometimes like we don't expressly only publish stuff exclusively in the political realm, but it is always fun when I can kind of point to like a very explicitly leftist, anti-capitalist, pro-worker piece, especially like it's in the title, and it's just kind of uncompromising in its perspective and worldview. Yeah, a lot of great poems, some great visuals, some prose pieces as well. C.S. Crow, I wish he sent in a reading because I loved his poems. I read them and I loved them a lot. What can I say? But that's in the issue, so definitely if you have not thumbed through the issue, I mean, read all of them, but I mean, I would definitely take just pick any one of the poems he submitted and get to reading Angel's Back. Then we have Pressure, which is again like very, very visually speaking to a moment.
Before I get disconnected again, and while we're on one of the visual pieces, I feel like all the visuals that we received for this issue are like not beautiful, I guess, or like aren't attempting to have
there's
that
like
quality of
there's
them.
like a harshness to them.
Yeah,
it's like
I want to say like that they're ugly. Like they're good. Like we accepted them. They're good. But like I don't know. I feel like it has that quality with Pressure. Also, Sleep Tight. There was like a harshness to those.
like a roughness.
The Eric Meyer pieces, also the very like kind of simplistic and like harsh cuts with the collages, with the what are they called? Like image, like the you license images. Photos.
Fucking
those things.
Like the Getty Images watermark.
Getty Images, yeah. That kind of like ugliness of the internet as well and stuff. I feel like it'll ties the issue together. And same with the cover too, like that grimy like alley of it. So the pieces they're all very different and very different styles too, but they all have that kind of harshness to them. That's a good word, Andrew.
Yes. Patrick Connors returning again, another Rabble Review alumni. I guess that's the word. I was like, what word should I use to describe the contributors who came back? And Robert with another visual. Oh, I'm a bit because Elizabeth. I can't say Elizabeth. Elizabeth Shanaz. I liked her poems a lot as well. Her works were previously published in Blood and Honey. They actually had just been published, and I was like, "Oh no!" She's like, "What? Like, are you guys okay taking previously submitted work?" I'm like, "Yes, please, God, I want to publish these." And so, Blood and Honey. Fun fact. Shout out to David Estrangel, who was a contributor in issue 2 and some other ones I don't remember, but I know for sure he was in issue. Wait, was it 2?
Or 1?
No, it was not 1. It was one of
He
them.
wasn't in one.
It
He's
was
in
two.
a few of them since.
It was 2 or 3. Or 2 and 3. I don't remember.
We have so many.
Smooth Whiskey. Which Jared, if you want to read that one, Jared did a reading of that one. We should do more of those, but there on our YouTube channel, there's a reading by Jared of that poem. Here's another prose piece. I really like the way this cover came out. It's so good.
Me too, but I since we published, I've
No,
been
don't ruin it for me.
staring at it.
No,
Yeah.
stop it. Stop. Oh, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
No, there's a few things. There's a few things, but I'm not gonna ruin it.
I don't see it. I don't see
I'm
it.
not gonna ruin it for
It's so good.
readers either.
Yeah.
It's perfect the way it
It
is.
is perfect. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Another great prose piece by Scott Nadelson. So the cover. So we don't make covers for all the prose pieces. Usually the longer ones or the ones that have like more of a stronger visual, I guess, sense. Like I think for issue 8 we did one for a poem, which we don't usually do.
Oh yeah, the horse one.
Yeah. Was it a horse one, or did we just use a horse image?
We use a horse image, but I think it was like the winning horse. I think the winning something.
Yes.
I think it was that. And so we used some horses.
I actually have that issue open. Wait, is this 8? This is not 8. This is
that's
8.
one.
That's not 8. I just have them all open because I'm crazy. I'm a lunatic. That's Smooth Whiskey. Wait, which is this? 2. It's 2.
Oh, okay.
It was 2. It's 8. Is this 8? Nope, that's 7. Nope, that's 3. That's 6. Wait, this might be 8.
No.
Nope, that's 1.
Yeah, I
well,
remember this.
8
those
is, wait, no, this
collages.
is 8. This is 8. Okay,
That's
hold on.
8.
Yeah. It was which one? Yep, The Winning Horse. Okay, so there was horse in the title, and then we got a cover.
Winning Horse. Okay, yeah.
The Winning Horse by Tyler S. Oh god, I'm lost. Okay, never mind. Issue 8. No, issue 9. Another 2-pager from our friend Rob Spath. He actually, so I usually don't reveal this information because I don't want to encourage it, but he sent these in after the submission window closed. You're not allowed to do that. Don't do that. But he sent these in. They're so good. I was like, I'm taking them. Thanks. But for issue 10, you guys have until November 23rd, and no day. Like, do not send me stuff after that. I will not look at it.
We have plenty to.
You have 2
already.
weeks. Unless it's really good. I'm just kidding. Don't send it.
Unless it's
Don't send it after the. I will say this. For visuals, I'm a little bit more open to missing the deadline. Kind of visuals is like kind of always open a little bit. Sometimes because we don't get as many visuals as we do poetry and prose. So we'll see. Like if the visual count is low, I might put out something on social media. I think I actually did because I got Eric Meyer and Rob Spath, and then Rob Burton reached out with visuals. So I think I did post something. So they didn't just do it out of nowhere. But if you're a poet, do not send me poetry after November 23rd. Please send it now.
Unless it's very good, but ideally not.
Good. But also don't. But if it's really good, maybe. Snow on the Pond, another great CS Crow. I love all of the submissions, but I really wish CS Crow had sent in a reading. Contention, great Rob Spath visuals. Andrew Doty with a nice visual on his poem When Will We Eat, which again, like this past week especially, I feel like it's especially resonant since in the United States, SNAP benefits ended as of November 1st, and there was an attempt to use funds. If you're not from America, like we have contingencies in the event that there is a shutdown and SNAP benefits are about to be cut. There is a fund specifically allocated for SNAP benefits so that they don't get cut. And the Trump administration went to the courts and were like, do not do that. And the Supreme Court approved their emergency decision to not release food aid to people who are hungry. And so that's kind of what's going on here right now. And so, yeah, it's between us receiving these submissions and now, shit has really deteriorated.
Yeah, it's gotten real bad
to a degree that I
it's
honestly was not even expecting. Like there are bread lines everywhere. People are going hungry. People are losing benefits, and it's scary. And I don't like that our book reflects that so literally. I like the works, but it's getting kind of crazy. But at least this poem ends on a note that I think we all should aspire to, which got some people hanging out who are a little too comfortable is all I'm gonna say. All right, Marbles Rolling Everywhere, another great poem, and then another great hegemonic, another great visual from James Jones. This one was a cover candidate, but just
it was gonna be too difficult.
Yeah, it was gonna be too difficult. Like a lot of the, I mean, you've seen the dimensions of our cover. It's kind of skinny. So it would have been pillar boxed, or if like the focus is not the center, it's like everything around it. It's the whole thing. But
also, it would have been a very pessimistic. Like it would have kind of like set in stone that it's a really pessimistic issue.
But I mean, as far as a work that is reflecting on the time,
but
the
then
times in which it is published
we have Amalgamation. We have fuck, that's another good one, or like another optimistic one. Yeah, we have a few of those. Like
is the other Amalgamation.
We're not waiting for the both Amalgamations.
Okay,
we also have we're not waiting for the future to arrive. That, I mean, it's kind of bittersweet, but it's got you know, it's a yeah. It would have been a good cover piece, but I'm glad we went with the one that we
totally.
did.
As you get closer to the end of the issue, the more optimistic, positive pieces start to come out a little more.
Yeah, that was an intentional decision by the team. We wanted.
We actually end up in hope. I think hope in times of
literally James Jones hits us with some police state in the beginning, and then at the end he gives us a nice optimistic visual to end on. Very simplistic, but like not simplistic as in meaning like text, but simplistic as in the style and
that one kept coming to me over the week as I was like rereading the issue. I was reading Jeffree Morel's poem, and like I feel like that poem has that quality as well. Like it's very not simplistic, but it's just very clear, and like there's no ambiguity, and it feels very fitting too for like the moment that there's no ambiguity with what's happening. Like it's right there for you to see. Yeah, and then with the hope in difficult times, or whatever the title is. Is that quality?
Yeah. Linda M. Cray. Oh, was that?
Sorry.
Hope in evil times.
Evil times. So
which
even more clear. Not difficult. Not hard.
We are in evil times.
Straight up evil times.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
and look, if we get titles wrong, it's because we read hundreds.
Yeah, literally hundreds.
Well, if I get titles wrong, it's because I'm bad at my job. But yes.
We by the end, like we genuinely like get to know these pieces like really intimately by the end of the book. By the time that it's published, but there are so many. So yes, we may get some of them wrong.
You publish it, and then a few weeks later, the next submission window opens up, and then you start getting the next batch of a few hundred.
Yeah,
which we'll definitely talk a little bit about that. Another great piece by Giannis Iqbal. Philly Haynes, Lumpen Proletariat, and some more great visuals. But yeah, as you kind of go through the issue,
I broke my fidget spinner.
Well, if Angel crashes out on stream, you guys will know why. Another great visual. So this one was interesting. Diana Corbo's. This is two pieces, but because of the aspect ratio, we were really struggling with how best to represent it on the page. And then we're like, well, these two both kind of have similar aspect ratios, so what if we did like a double pairing? I think it came out quite nicely.
I also really wish, I mean, while we're on this page, I really wish we'd been able to reach the artist for a higher resolution version of these pieces, because they're excellent, and I really wish that we could have done more justice to them.
Yes.
But I hope we did our best. I hope that they're
happy with them.
They look good, yeah. So if you do send us visuals, try to make them like as high res as possible, for that reason.
Yeah. Also, check your email, please.
Yeah.
Check your email. Check your spam folder. I don't know if our emails are. Most people responded to me this time. Sometimes with the Proton Mail account that we had, back when we were still using that one, people would be like, "I just saw this. It was in my spam folder."
Fidget spinner.
Okay. Oh yeah, Summit Sloth.
Yeah, that's broken.
Fidget spinner. Mirror on the Bluff. Another Martino Vasu piece. But yeah, as we kind of go through, there's like there's some personal stuff in here too, and also just tone wise, I think it's a little less bleak. Carlos Kahina, who was really sent in this really great prose piece, also was giving us some pretty cool shout outs on social media, so thank you for that. That helps a lot. And also it's like, when we put out an issue, it's nice that the contributors, I mean, we're like, a lot of this, like half of it's for the readers obviously, but the other half is like, we want to do justice to the works we're receiving. So the fact that someone opened it and saw their work and we're really happy with what they saw is always a nice thing. So please don't be shy about telling us if you liked or didn't like it. I mean, if you didn't like it, you can be a little shy. I won't complain about that. If you did like it, you can definitely not be shy and tell us. But yeah, here's Luigi's Way.
Luigi's Way. I don't know if you guys caught that, because it was like it was weeks ago on Discord. I was going through the analytics on hazing for R9,
right.
and I was looking at the clicks and like all the activity from visitors and stuff, and the most clicked piece from the contents was Luigi's Way. So there's lots of interest still on Mr. Mangiani.
Yes. I mean, for us, like, I remember when we were putting the issue together, like that one popped out like from the pile.
Yeah, right away.
Like, all right, this one's called Luigi's Way. Let's check it out. But yeah, it was a great one, and really happy to have Shelley Ettinger in the issue. Here's another Diane Corbo piece, another 2-pager. Haley Edwards really, like, another, like, those, like, her poems stuck in my head, especially after we finished Survival in the Time of Climate Crisis by Pulkita Anand. I mentioned before I started reading that in California today it's really hot and it's November, so we don't get a ton of. Actually, no, there was one issue, I don't remember which one, where we kind of got a lot of natural. Like,
I think Jeffree Morel's written.
Yes, yeah.
Couple.
He's into foraging.
Kind of like that. Yeah. And you can read it in his work. Like, a lot of the imagery and the language that he uses is very plant coded.
Right, but there was one issue I feel like that kind of was like really natural nature emphasis. I don't remember which one, or maybe I'm getting that mixed up with something else. Anyways, I feel like recently that we haven't gotten a ton of. I mean, like, with everything going on, like, I think the kind of the slow background drum of impending apocalypse is not pressing. It's kind of just a low hum, even though shit's fucked in that regard. It's not good there either.
Yeah.
But I think when you're kind of looking at fucking like SNAP benefits getting cut, and you're looking at
people getting snatched from the streets.
You're looking at people getting kidnapped. You're looking at genocide in multiple countries. It's like it's kind of like you kind of forget that there's also this other pressing concern that is not being addressed by anyone, anyone with the power to do so. But also I like recently I feel like you're just not hearing about it. So if you have climate change related poems, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to be in 100% accepted, but I would definitely be interested in reading them. So definitely send those in.
I can imagine the next batch is going to be darker.
Yeah.
Given how things have darkened up down there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, fans of Rabble Review might want to expect number 10 is going to be
number 10 probably a little less hope.
It's wild. Like we started working on Rabble Review and for late 2020, and stuff looked really bad then at the moment, but goddamn, we're so far that seems quaint now.
Yep. Oh boy.
Yeah. There's Odysseus.
Odysseus. I love this one as well. Lenore's reading was excellent. Ashhar with the first Amalgamation. Amalgamation 1 of 2. And I was really happy to hear his reading as well. Another Rob Spath. I think this one was also a cover candidate.
I think.
For any visual artists, if you're ever interested in potentially being the cover artist, reach out to us about the dimensions. We can work together and figure it out and see if you have something that might be of a good fit. Here's the other Amalgamation by Melissa Mella. After my psychiatrist admits there was a typo on my prescription, but hey, it looks like it was meant to be. Tristan Richards, great title.
I love a long
Okay, we'll take it.
Long titles.
I was just gonna say we'll take it if it has a long title, but long titles are really hard to deal with.
But they are cool.
So give us grace. I feel like we want the titles to look as the best as the best as possible on the page.
Sure.
But I do love my long titles as well. Very emo coded or whatever.
Captain McGuire.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Oh no, my battery.
Casey Kai. I really liked her stuff as well. Strider Marcus Jones, another returner. I don't remember which issues he was in. I think it was in 8.
Back.
Her Cup Runneth Over. This was a prose piece. So usually I don't talk about what was kind of on the fence, but this one was on the fence not because we didn't like it. It was on the fence because we're just not tonally, content-wise, I was like, is it a fit with what we typically publish? And we ultimately landed on yes. And especially now, I feel I'm even happier that we took it because it is about motherhood, it is about family, it is about that aspect of working class life that, obviously we can talk about the breadlines and the capitalism in general, but this is part of it. Your family is part of it. And so at the time it did feel like I was kind of like, okay, it's nice, but is it really gonna gel with what else we're taking? But then when you go from where we start with the issue all the way till here, I'm like, this is actually extremely good, and I'm glad we took it.
There's also I read into it through that narrative of motherhood and those struggles, the kind of the weight of responsibility and of being thrust into that role and into responsibility made me think of like I don't want to fight fascism, but I guess I must. Kind of that was my reading of it.
Yeah. Reiki with my mother, following that one. Great one. Another great one. I mean, I like all of them. I mean, we took them all, so I like them all. But there's some that there's some like I feel like when you're kind of going through them, there's definitely some that kind of just glom onto you a little more as like, oh, I'm so glad this is here.
You know which one's been like haunting me? Loneliness is a form of, or loneliness is about memory or something. I keep thinking about that one since we published it. Sorry, just a comment.
It's the end of the issue. Hope in evil times. Really kind of changes, really letting us leave on a more optimistic note than where we arrived, and I think it was kind of a perfect and very, in hindsight, obvious way to end the issue. But yeah, that's the issue. So, yeah, does anyone else have anything you want to say before we move on to our final segment?
No, I don't think so.
So that's issue 9. So once again, you can read it now. You don't have to download it anymore. But if you did want to download it, you can. But you don't have
It's the best experience, but it's much easier on Easy.
Yeah, if you want to get it as fast as possible, and it looks. I will say though, if you're going to read on tablet or desktop, do it with Hazing. If you're going to read on mobile, if you're going to read on your phone, then download it. It looks better in an e-reader, but the desktop experience I think is really good with if you go to our website. All right.
Hazing.
So now we're gonna briefly talk about. Well, first of all, I'm gonna show off the new website, which isn't new anymore. Also, you can see advertising the stream you're watching. But yeah, we have a new homepage. I mean, we have a new website entirely. We ditched the old one very quickly, and we're happy to do so. Please burn in hell.
Even
Old
do
website.
blogs on the old one.
It was a nightmare.
It was so clunky.
It was a nightmare. But new website's here, and I can update. I updated like tonight. I embedded the YouTube stream. It was like I could do that. I could do that now. It's a thing I can do. But yeah, we have a homepage. I'm constantly updating it. So if you ever want to know what we're doing, you can just come and check it. Here's the new issue, and then submissions are open for issue number 10. So we have the guidelines and the submission form. So if you press that button, it'll take you to the submission form, which is right here, and you can fill it out, do all that stuff. If you have any troubles with the submission form, email me. Don't just send the submission via email, because I have instructions for you. So if you're having issues, first tell me you're having issues, and then I will tell you what you need to do. I'm not going to post it on the I'm not going to post it on the site though, because I don't want people to just start doing it, because I want to limit email submissions. So please don't do that.
Yeah, and it's not even like us being like picky for no reason. Like the way that we like handle submissions, we're able to get all your information in a really nice little PDF. So we're like it streamlines everything when we receive the submissions through the form. It's fine if you can't use them and you send them through email, but like ideally we much prefer the form for that reason. So
I mean,
we're not being picky.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being picky. Like, don't do that. But also, because what I'm going, the reason I have instructions is because I'm going to resubmit your submission through the form,
right?
So that we can have it in a packet, because it's easier for us. Like, it's like we're not like oh, did this email like we're a small team, as you can tell. Like, we are a small team. We just added Valerie, and we're happy to have her, but like we're still a pretty small team, and we're all spread out. And so like keeping track of email submissions, drop form submissions, and all that stuff can be a nightmare for us. And I don't want to get to sending out acceptances or rejections or whatever, and someone's like, hey, I sent this in way before the deadline, how come I'm not hearing back? I haven't heard back from you. And it's like, oh, yeah, here it is in my spam folder. Like, you know, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, here's our submission landing page. I had a few people ask me about the word count. We have the word count on the site, folks. Please check the site before you do that, because we're very we're thrilled. We've got received so far we've cleared our submission and record easily as of right now. Like our total submissions received for past issues have never exceeded how many we received for issue 10, which is what we're doing right now. So we love you, but if you submit something that's over the word count, we will not read it. Okay, so just letting you know, we have a submissions guidelines page that tells you everything you need to know. Just peruse that. We have our poetry guidelines, 750 words per poem, a maximum of 4, and you cannot mix and match. You cannot send us 4 poems and then send us a long prose piece. Okay, you can send us 1 prose piece and 1 poem, but like, let's please keep it manageable. Right? We don't want to hold us hostage with like 3,000 words. Like, we're reading 1 submission and you kind of have us. Now, if you want to send art in and fiction, or art and prose, we're a little more lenient with that. You can send in an art submission and then a prose fiction submission. But if you're doing fiction and prose, please count your word count. For fiction and nonfiction, it is 2,000 words. But yeah, as you can see, the site is a lot nicer. Our pages, look at that. Wow, so nice, so beautiful. We have the issue here. You can click the button that says read now, and it'll take you to our Hey Zine page where it'll open the issue. I don't know why there's like this weird white border that like pops up for like a split second. It is driving me crazy. I don't know how to get rid of it, but it goes away. But I don't like that it's there. There's even sound effects, which when I'm reviewing the issue, I mute immediately. I was like, okay, that was cute for like 3 seconds. Let's
looking
turn that
also
off.
looking at the
But if you're doing one little peruse, you can keep it on if you want. You know,
looking at the analytics also,
but yeah, all the links are clickable. So if you like what you read, a lot of our contributors sent in their links to their social media or their website. If you send that to us, which is also another reason why we like the Jot form, because you can include that stuff if you want it. You can kind of send it, include that information, and then in the issue we will embed it. We're going to change it how we do it next time, because this past issue it was rough embedding finding all those links.
You're gonna have to
per page.
Unmute Angel again.
I didn't mute Angel. Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, I got disconnected. But yeah.
Yes. Hello, Angel. I am muted.
Hello.
Did you say something, Angel?
Yes, but I forgot.
Okay.
It's okay.
The stream also heard you, but I didn't hear you because.
Well, he was saying something about analytics.
Oh, analytics.
Oh yes, yeah. The sound. Not that many people. Only maybe like 10 people muted it. So
I saw that too.
That's that was a surprise.
But part of me is like, did they know they could mute it?
That's true.
There's like a little sidebar which has like some navigation and full screen stuff. But yeah, like we can like before the issue came out, I was able to put like a coming soon page, and so we can just have a little more fun with like presenting the issue. This tab is new, Community Hub. I've been wanting to do this for so long, where like just kind of encouraging our contributors to reach out to us, to each other. Each week I update this link, the work of the week, with a new work. It's just something we previously published, and it's just on the site to read. There's nothing really else to it. It's just, hey, if you want to see this, you can. We also have a contributor corner, which I need to update. I actually haven't updated it in like a month, but our contributors, I told them that if they are working on something else and they want to have another place where that shout out can live, this is only for contributors. If we have not published your work, please do not send me that. Oh, I have a book that came out. I'm not going to post it. But if you are a contributor, if we publish your work in any of the issues, not just issue 9 or 8, if you all the way from issue 1, if you're like, oh, I have a book that's coming out or something, whatever, just send me an email, send me any images, copy that you want me to include, and I will do that, and I'll post it on our website. And also go to our newsletter. We have a newsletter, by the way. It's right here. You can subscribe to it, and then every other week I post pretty much just the stuff that's on the website. So our community corner, any new blog posts, any announcements we have. If you want that straight to your inbox, that is the easiest and only way to do that. We have a masthead finally, so you can read all about us. We added Valerie there. There she is. Yeah, we did not have a masthead on our previous website. Why? Because again, just going into edit it is like, oh, do you want to break your entire website? Hey, yeah, you can add a masthead. Sure, you can add a masthead. It'll destroy everything and probably kill you too. So think about that. And so we're just like, oh, wait. And we have a blog, which this is also something that's open to contributors. If you ever have an idea, if you ever want to post a little blog for us, just reach out. But for the most part, I've kind of been the only one. Jer, for issue 1, wrote a thing, as you can see, August 29, 2021, and then September 20th, 2021 was me, and then there was nothing. It's our old website again. Total nightmare.
It was so hard to make a damn blog post.
Total
like
nightmare.
A single page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Horrible. Hell. So the new website is a lot better. Speaking of which, we had awards. We announced our best of the net. We're also gonna probably, maybe, perhaps, do another one. So be on the lookout for that. But we're gonna start again. I feel like when we started, or speaking for myself personally, when we started, there was definitely a sense of like, oh, I'm an editor. Like we can nominate and talk about our contributors, and we have the power to like do that. And so I was like, cool, let's do that, and we did. So we had some wonderful writings that we published in issue 8, which came out back in March, and so we nominated them.
Jake Bowie.
Yes, Jake Bowie, among others. I closed it, but
she's one of the ones that stuck with me from that.
Yeah.
Issue.
Yeah, the full list is here. Dancing on the Brink by Ann Bauer, Evaporate by Torrin Walls. I actually met Torrin Walls at AWP. Speaking of which, I mean, we'll get to that as we wrap up. Kind of coming towards the end of the stream, but yeah, Paul Pirelli with our single fiction submission, or single fiction nomination, and then Arena Tall and Claudio Parentella with art. So yeah, we were gone for a year. Felt kind of rotten because, like, you know, we like to do this, but stuff gets in the way, and we were able to come back at the around this time last year to start work again on issue 8, and then we were ready to go.
I mean, we've got so many submissions. We might as well get started on at least reading some of them out.
Yeah.
Because even if we start like in January.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's
now that we're back, the world is rotten.
Yeah, we're back just in time.
Just in time for that.
You guys sent up the Rabble Review bat signal, and we're here to publish your work about fascism. Yeah, I don't know if I'm missing anything about the website, but yeah, it's a lot prettier now. Ooh, I want to tell that story. Sorry, I'm gonna rant again. I'm gonna go crazy. So, maybe a month into the new website being up, someone who did not send in a submission at all just sent a really mean message, because we have these message boxes on the site. That's not on this page. It's on this page.
I don't remember.
Well, they sent it to the website. But they basically were like, your website's really confusing. I don't know how to get to anything. And I was like, what? I was like, what? And I was like, I saw the message when I woke up. Usually I don't turn on my computer or anything. I usually just get ready and leave. I turned on my computer. I was like, I need to send this email before I leave because I need clarification. I need clarification. I spent so long making this damn website. You need to tell me what was so confusing. And so like this person was living rent free in my brain. I told my friends in my writing group all about it. I ranted to them too. I was like, can you believe this? And I pulled it up on screen share on Discord. And I was like, look at the website. How hard is it to get to the submission form? And then I sent the email, very polite. I was like, hey, here's why I did what I did. Please tell me what was so confusing. And they never responded. Ever. They just said that and then they left. They didn't send a submission. They didn't send anything. They just sent that little message. They were to find that form. They were to find the form to tell me that the website was bad, but they couldn't figure out how to submit. And then also they didn't respond to my email ever. So
shake my head. So
shout out to that person. I hope if you do decide to submit for issue 10 that you use a different name, because I'm gonna reject you on site. All right. I'm only joking, or am I?
Not that we hold a grudge.
Oh, yes, we don't hold grudges. No, why would we?
Maybe for the one guy that tried to trick us into like publishing some like there were some images.
Oh wait,
maybe there's that grudge.
Talking about the left-leaning angel one?
Yeah, that one.
Back in issue 1.
Yeah. That's
Or
the one.
2. 1 or 2. It was very early.
Yeah, we got some images that seemed very suspicious.
Someone had sent in some photographs of things slightly tilted, or to the left though. So I don't know what way I'm facing on the screen. This way, right? So like a left-leaning angel is just a statue of an angel, but the camera was tilted, so the angel was left-leaning. It was like very clever. Okay, thanks. Next.
That's kind of clever.
No, well, I mean, as a prank, I feel like it was kind of clever.
But there were what 4 images like that. So
Yeah.
the only one I remember was the statue, but I think it was like a left-leaning angel, a left-leaning like church or something. Just a bunch of
I want
things
to
that
say
were
like a
just
lamppost, maybe.
It was so bad.
So dumb.
A good chuckle.
Yeah.
And then you move on.
Anyways, once again,
That's our website.
That is our website. Submissions are open. Submission deadline again, November 23rd, 2025. So that is coming up like 2 weeks. So get your submissions
Is
in.
that Thanksgiving?
No, it's the following week. Wait, no, it's that week. It is that week. Never mind. No,
Okay.
it is that week.
Cool.
But
We'll be very grateful for your submissions.
yes, and we'll start reviewing them. Just real quick, this is our mural board, so just wanted to give y'all a little sneak peek at what we were originally planning.
Oh no, my
so-
notes. I didn't clean up.
No, that's okay. The mural board. This board is just like proof of concept. It's not like really anything. but-
Yeah.
So there's some
I just
stuff
hope I don't
that.
have any. Okay.
That's
See how we
mural,
voted.
right? It's not
Yeah,
Miro.
yeah,
where-
Yeah, no, that's mural. So that
we,
those are
Those
all,
are
that's all
conspiracy
me.
board.
Yeah.
Miro isn't quite as hello. We got some color palette stuff. I don't think we actually use this red.
I don't think we did.
No.
I forgot.
But as you can see, we kind of go through many variations, page colors, treatments, where the split should be. We got an idea here for this one. Oh yeah, here's like some other, like, as you can see, like Angel does the design work, and he will work fiercely and then be like, I have updates, and then we'll all hop on and we'll look at his updates and we'll go, yes, maybe could you try it with this color? And Angel will be like, I want to kill you all, but yes. And then he'll kind of just do that while we're all kind of just like, maybe a little to the left.
Yeah.
And that's why he never writes a foreword.
That's why he's
Literally,
not.
that's
That's why he's
We
yet to write a
keep him busy
forward.
with the images.
Some other alternate versions for We Are Not Waiting for the Future. I think these are cool to see.
Yeah.
Especially after you
I still would have liked just the text, like the one that's to the right of the blank one.
This one, the burlap,
No.
not the burlap.
No.
Wait, which one? This one?
Well, just yeah, one of those. with the like small image or whatever. I mean, I still liked the way that we did it. I think the red like we paste thing worked out well. But yeah, I think I would also still like that.
Yeah. And then here's Purveyor. Not Purveyor, sorry. Serving the Reception.
Oh no.
Some alternate versions. But yeah, we go through it. Definitely we don't just slap the issue together. We find images and but like the pieces with covers, usually we're the ones who find the image. Like it's not the writer who's like, put this with my art, or put it with my poem or whatever. Although if someone did some visuals in with the poem,
I was gonna say there have been a couple of exceptions to that, I think.
Yes. Also sometimes someone will send like a block of text with their visual, and will like Amy Yushitsu in issue 3. She had some text, and I like how those came out in the past issue, where it was like one page was the image, and then the next page was the image with the text.
Genus Bar, right?
That was one of them, and then another one was like a sculpture that she had out in I think it was San Bernardino.
Yeah. Also, is it me or is your screen sharing frozen? Is it just on my end?
I'm looking at Twitch and it's moving, so.
Oh, okay, so that's great.
So if it's frozen for you guys, sorry. But the stream should be seeing a moving image. But anyways, that's just I just want to give the viewers a little peek at our madness. These dates are the dates. These are all like this is September.
Oh yeah.
This is like very like you can chart the progress. So like we're working.
And those like marks of the dates and stuff. Those are like new things that I've started doing because it was a lot more messy and a lot more like difficult to keep track of those like from previous issues. So yeah, I think this is a good way to do it. With dates.
I definitely agree. But yeah, like all that comes together, and like I didn't show the mural board because the mural board starts to lag really horribly around the time we're almost done. So like showing the progress. I couldn't show you the progress because we deleted it because we were like we need to do this work, and so we had to get rid of those old boards. But like seeing how we get the sequencing down, seeing how we Someone says love some madness, agreed. Seeing how we kind of get from all our submission pile to our acceptances and then getting that to a list, it's fun. It's a lot of work, but it is fun. Last point, at the start of the stream I played a little intro video also for all the promotional stuff I did for issue 9. I used a song from my friend Veronica. Her stage name is Vero Muerte. Please check her out. She is amazing, and she put out a really fantastic EP. I used her song Girl Angst for the intro cinematic that it played before the stream started. And then for I think Cuerpo was the one I used for Night. I don't know. I'm getting titles mixed up. But anyways, she has a new single out as well called Cigarillo. She put out a music video for that as well. So check it out, please. Please support independent artists. Please support independent trans artists. She is doing the work, putting out some amazing music, and you can stream it on SoundCloud. I mean, Spotify's fucking running ice ads, and so she has already given the blessing. Yes, it's bad. It's bad. But she's already given her blessing to listen to her on SoundCloud. She's also on Bandcamp, where you can purchase her music there. What I like to do with Bandcamp, where is it? I'm blind. I can't see it. Buy my music. Okay. What I like to do with Bandcamp is I like to wait till Bandcamp. I think it's Bandcamp Fridays is what they call it, but that's where like there's like once a month or once every few weeks they'll do a thing where if you buy music, 100% of the proceeds go to the artist. And so you can stream her music until then, and then when Bandcamp Friday rolls around, you can go and buy her EP and support her that way. Really thankful that she let me use her song, and please check out the rest of her music. She's fantastic. Okay, let's go to the single screen. Where is it? Right here. All right, so as we wrap up, like I said, issue 10, the deadline is closing fast. I mean, it's not closing fast. Time is moving.
Not fast enough.
Not fast enough. Look, we're very excited to look through all of the submissions.
We're very excited. We're really excited.
But
gosh,
as you can see, we are a small team. Getting through like the pile for issue 9 was like, I think we ended like a 78. 79, like maybe 80, including the email submissions.
And I think that was the like our biggest pile.
I think so.
Like,
I think so. Either that or issue 4 or or 5.
We made it into 2 issues.
Oh no, that was 5, 6. We made into 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think we realized very early on that we accepted too many in that issue. And so that issue was just like, we're like, well, let's just split this up into 2 issues, which worked out, but it was, yeah, so we got a lot of submissions that we got to get through.
So send yours in.
So send yours in, but also, we've in the past we've accepted maybe multiple poems from a single artist. I mean, it still could happen this time, but it's gonna be a lot harder. I mean, who knows? We might do another twin issue where this might be a issue 10 11 pile, but for now it's just 10, and
let me say, we have this going for us. We are not using AI to sift through those piles.
Yes.
Yeah.
No AI.
We will never use AI for that kind of shit.
No AI.
Or any at any really point in the production of the issue.
Yes.
I was speaking with Omar Lopez about the cover because the aspect ratio for it in the original is not it's not nearly what we need for the cover image. So there was I mean because he knows what the image looks like, so he was like, oh, there's a bit in the top that wasn't in the original. He was like, oh, did you AI the top and bottom? And I was like, no, we did not.
No.
So yes, no AI.
Yeah, he's good old fashioned affinity shit. I don't know.
Hard work.
Also that a lot of hard work. So yeah, no AI. Also, like, I mean, first of all, like, I don't believe anyone is submitting any AI art, but if you are, don't also please stop. You are not an artist. You're nothing. Sorry.
AI does not produce art.
Make your shitty art. Look, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but like the art that you're making, no matter how good it is, no matter how polished or unpolished it is, it's like, it's worth it. Like, it's coming from somewhere. If you're like, what is the AI doing for you as far as like a poem? Like, that's nothing. Like, it's literally nothing. You didn't do anything. Just get it out. Because like, one thing that I like about the course of this magazine is like, we publish stuff from people who are very seasoned, but we also publish stuff from people who are like doing this as a hobby, like people who just want to get out their frustrations. It's worth reading. You never know, it might connect with someone. So don't use AI to polish it. Like, polish it with your brain or a friend. Join a workshop. Take a community. If you get a friend, take a community college class. There's so many really fun ways to sharpen your craft. AI is not doing any of that. It's smoothing it out in a way that is nothing. It really is just. It's so frustrating because it's like you're just missing the point. Like, the work, the frustration, the struggle, the headache, the iteration, that's part of it. That's part of how it gets better. Even like I mean, I'm a writer, but like I've been doing a lot more visual stuff since I started with Rabble Review, and like the intro video that I've had for this stream there's 3 different versions sitting on my computer with like different fonts. I used 3 different Vera Muerta songs. I was just like, this is the song I'm using. I'm sticking to it. And I was like, let me try it with this one. And then finally, Girl Angst. I was like, it was like last night when I uploaded.
Like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I uploaded the video to Discord. Like, hey, check this out. I'm going to sleep.
I know, because I woke up at 4 a.m. just out of nowhere, and I saw my notifications. I was like, God damn, Andrew. It's hard at work.
And I put it together. But like the thing is, when I listened to that final version, I was like, oh, this is it. This is the one. Like the song, the like, I didn't even try to time like the visuals with the music, but like, it's just perfect. I was just like, oh my god, oh, thank God. And so I exported that. and I was really happy. But like that's part of it. That's part of the art. So, I mean, I'm speaking to like people who do know this. I mean, if you're a Rabble Review viewer, but if in case you're just stumbling in and you're just like, my fucking ChatGPT has made a great poem last night, like. Just
No, it didn't.
No, also, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Also, we can tell. Like that's the other thing. We can tell with writing. It is super obvious. I was reading an article, like a tech article, and I was like, this was not a person. A person did not write this. I was like, it's like you're reading it and you're realizing that they're kind of just starting over with like getting to the point over and over again. Like it feels like a fourth grader like just using filler when they're writing an essay. And I was just like, this is weird. I'm just like, why haven't I gotten to like the actual point, like the reason I clicked this article yet? And I was like, oh, okay, this was not.
That's why
a human did not write this. All right, so we're kind of coming to the end here. I did want to make a few last little not really announcements, but like kind of pointing to issue 10. So or 2026, I should say. So the issue deadline will be in November, where we want to do a few more award stuff, so definitely keep your eye out on that. Also, like Rabble Review past contributors, we definitely want to reach out to some of y'all for interviews. We want to start doing more stream stuff like this, and so like you might hop on one day and see a contributor from a past issue, and we'll just chat with them for like an hour or two. I want to do some more stuff like that, so we have that planned. Also, I want to do more in-person stuff. So I kind of mentioned briefly that I met Torrin Wallace. I also met Rowan, who they were a contributor, and then they helped out on issue 5 and 6. And I got to meet them finally in person back during AWP. They read some poetry that they'd written, and I liked that. So obviously we're an online journal. We have a lot of international contributors and we love them a lot. But speaking for me and maybe Angel, if he wants to join, we definitely want to try to do more stuff where we maybe meet up with contributors, maybe do stuff in the community where we attend art walks or literary events in the area. So that's something that I definitely want to try for 2026. Also, I don't know, Jared. We have a lot of Canadian contributors as well. So Jared, who knows? Jared might plan something. Unfortunately, we won't be there, but or maybe we will. You never know. 2026, we might flee to Canada. But yeah.
Might have to self-deport to Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So 2026. I'm not gonna say what I have a big plan for something that I want to do in 2026. I'm not gonna share it just yet, but definitely want to do more stream stuff. So yeah, if the community ever has any other ideas as well, I want to do more community stuff. Now that we kind of established like getting the issue out to our contributors, we fixed the website. Now I think we kind of dig our heels in a little bit and be like, all right, here's how we're gonna like expand and kind of be part of the broader literary community, like just even making friends with other literary journals and stuff like that. So that's kind of the 2026 roadmap, along with issue 10 and 11. But I don't even want to say 11 again. I said it and I immediately got a migraine. Let's just focus on 10. But yeah, anyone else have anything else they'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, thank you everybody for coming. Good to see you all, and really happy with the ratings that we received from our contributors.
Yes.
Sorry that I kept popping in and out, but I think I made it to the end.
You paid the blood price, the blood internet price, and your connection is stable once again. All right. Well, you can find everything we do. Oh, Jared, what were you going to say?
Valerie, you're new and you've been quiet. What are you thinking?
I mean, I'm pretty shy on camera, so I don't have anything to add. I'm happy to just be here, and it's been great listening and joining and being part of this space and soaking up the energy, getting ready for the next iteration of Rabble Review. I definitely think issue 10 is going to be interesting.
Oh yeah. Yes, we're definitely happy to have Valerie. Speaking of which, I actually didn't even mention that, but we are like I would be happy adding another person or two to the team. So if you are interested in joining us, we are a team of volunteers. So unfortunately, I cannot pay you money. But look, if I could live off of doing this, if I could live off of doing this and paying people and stuff like that, I would do this full time easily. I love doing this a lot, but for right now, we're just a team of volunteers. Who knows what the future holds? Who knows? Maybe I'll find a benefactor who's very rich person who's anti-capitalist and just like, I want to give you my unlimited.
We should hit up Mark Cuban.
Oh, God. You're gonna give me an ulcer. But yeah, if you are interested in joining the team, obviously there's some prerequisites, like you need to,
there's an application, right?
There is an application, but also yes, there's some prerequisites, like please don't be a conservative who's crazy and transphobic and homophobic and racist and all that stuff, and among other things, like you don't need to be
infiltrated.
Yeah, you don't need to be 100% aligned with this politically, but it'll help a little bit if you're at least in the ballpark. And then also just availability, just for transparency there. We usually meet in the evenings, usually weeknights, sometimes on the weekends, but we also work around each other's schedule a lot. So and usually it's like once a week, sometimes twice a week, as we get closer to the release of an issue.
Or every day on the last week of finishing.
Oh yeah, every day until like the late hours.
It was so late. Yeah.
I was going crazy with this past issue. Like, I was just like, my brain stopped working. I was like, you need to make the Gumroad page because I can't see. I'm blind.
Here, that last night that you were able to join. What time did you go to bed? I think it was like 2, maybe 3 for you.
Yeah, maybe closer to 2 for me.
Yeah.
In the morning.
And then the next night we discovered some really disturbing things that needed immediate attention that were just like, oh god. That's part of the fun. So if you'd like to join that, but also more people would like help with like various workloads and stuff like that too. And so definitely fill out that application. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I will close that application period in January when we start in earnest for the issue, just because you don't want to join while we're in the middle of reviewing stuff. So yeah, think it over if it's something that you'd like to do. You can also always email me or message me if you have questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah, with that, I think that's gonna do it. Once again, thank you to our readers. I don't have the document open. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you to our readers: Ashhar, Brian Christopher Giddens, Claude Clayton Smith, Haley Edwards, Jeffree Morel, Dorris, Kathleen Hellen, Lenore Weiss, Pulkita Anand, Rejoice SV, Shelley Ettinger, and Rich Murphy. Let's give them one last final applause. Thank you. You can find everything we do on our Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. We're Rabble Review. I don't remember the handles. At Rabble_Review for Instagram and Twitter. For Blue Sky is something .Blue Sky. Just go to our website. It's all there. And yeah, our website, we are constantly updating that, so you can also find us there. Link in bio, link up and below. Oh, donations, once again. I didn't even mention donations, but yes, we are a reader and reader supported, pretty much.
Help us refrain from reaching out to Mark Cuban.
But yes, if you don't want us to go corporate, please.
He'll make us use AI.
He'll make us use AI, and then he'll also fire me because I don't know. But yeah, we have donation links. We have buy me a coffee, which you can either do one-time donations, or if you ever just want to do a recurring donation, we have a $5 tier and a $15 tier. The $15 tier is if you just have extra dough and you just were like, I like that, but $5 will get you. I mean, they all get you the same thing, but we didn't do it for last issue because I forgot. But we're gonna have a donor wall.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have a donor wall that we're gonna have on the site and in the issue, which will have our recurring donators listed there. We'll start that with issue 10. But we also have a Cash App if you'd like that better, then you can do that. You can also pay for an issue for download. You can also now now we've changed it. So the most recent issue is still going to be free, pay what you want for download. But now back issues, starting with this issue, back issues will be $7.99 if you want to download them. If you want to read them, though, they are still free to read. You just can't download them. You'll read them in the browser via Hazine. But if you want to download past issues or back issues, it'll now cost you at minimum $8. If you are a contributor in those issues and you ever lost your copy and you want to re-download it, just reach out to me and I'll send it to you. Because contributors, it's contributor. You have your contributor copy for life. So don't buy it unless you want to buy it. Sometimes they want to buy it. Sometimes they want to donate money. But that's gonna do it once again. Thank you to my fellow editors, Angel Neri, Jeremy Hurdis, and Valerie Vargas. I am Andrew Adjei. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope to do this again. Probably not soon. Okay. Maybe we'll do this like again. I don't know, before we announce acceptances for issue 9, or issue 10. Maybe we'll reach out and do like another one of these, or maybe we'll do like an interview style. There's so many options. Yeah, maybe we'll just do one of these, just hang out and just chit chat. But I do definitely want to do more live streams in 2026. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube and Twitch channels, and make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter so you know when all this stuff is happening. That's gonna do it. So have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time. See you. Bye.
Bye.